If you are experiencing foundation issues, get a free estimate from Ox Foundations.
After a wildly successful weekend over at Harvey's on Noble, J. Patrick McDonald joins us this morning. A Safe Southern Dance and Performing Arts Company production of Little Women, a dinner theater event. And Patrick, good morning, and tell us all about the first weekend.
Oh, wow. It was a great opening. We had great performances this last weekend, and we had great audiences both nights. We've got 3 more performances coming up this next weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. We still have some tickets available.
Not many.
A couple handfuls is all we got. In fact, I looked right before I came on the show. We have 1 ticket left for Thursday. So if you hurry out there and you don't have a date,
you can come single. Oh, but you know, a different setup with a dinner theater.
It is. It's the first time we've tried something like this, and Harvey's has been such a great location to work with. The food that they have produced has been magnificent, and I couldn't ask anything more from them. They have done really well for us, and the guests have absolutely loved being there.
All right, what, 14 actors on stage, actors and actresses on stage?
14 actors on stage, about 6 backstage, making all those 14 look good, and then a few out front, making sure the guests are taken care of, as well as the Harvey staff who is coming through. I saw them one night serving coffee out to the guests, and just making sure that everybody's taken care of and feels like they're having a great night out, because it really is a great night out.
Now, you're no stranger to this kind of presentation and stuff like this, but you know, for people who've never been a part of it, it's fantastic.
It is. It's an event like if you've never been to a dinner theater, you don't know what to expect. But the meal is first class. Then you sit at the same table, move your chair a little bit to be able to see the stage, and the show happens right there in front of you. Nobody in the audience is more than 40 feet away from the front.
Not a bad seat then, right?
There is not a bad seat in that house.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, but normally, when you have events like this or other events I was talking before the show about critiquing, you guys critique your shows?
Yeah, we're constantly critiquing. I think we're our worst critics in most cases, because we'll sit there, we didn't do that. I'm like, the audience didn't know. It still looked good. You have these things. After every show, we hear back from the actors, my prop needs to be located in this place, or my costume needs to be set up this way so that I can do a quick change. And that's what those 6 people backstage are really doing, is making sure that when they go on without any friction backstage.
Now, these shows are costly, you know, to put a production on like this.
Yes, they are. Fortunately, we've had a really good success with Frozen Junior back in the winter, and then Little Women here in the fall. We are looking forward to Beauty and the Beast coming up in October. We're going to start auditioning for that. For anybody who'd like to come and audition for the show, auditions are August 2nd and 3rd. And
so you're already looking ahead to that, right?
I've been working on that for weeks.
Wow.
And so, it is every dime we make feeds back into the program to get those shows, to get the next show going. And in some cases, we provide scholarships. We are looking actively for corporate funding so that companies who are looking for a place to really invest in the arts in our community, they could sign on and actually be a corporate sponsor for the entire season. Individuals can donate to our scholarships. They can also sponsor a student for, we don't just do theater classes, we have dance classes as well. In fact, dance is probably the biggest part of what we do. Theater is what most of the audience sees. But for $45 a month, they can sponsor a dancer all the way through the season who may not have other means to be able to afford that.
Yeah. Now, you've been in theater a long time.
I have, about 35 years.
Yeah, you don't have it right by now.
You never have it right.
Director J. Patrick McDonald, Little Women, a dinner theater event. You got one more weekend, this weekend, 15th, 16th, and 17th, and this is a Thursday, Friday, and Saturday now.
It is, because it's an evening theater, a dinner theater. Matinees really didn't make any sense, so we are doing dinner theaters Thursday, Friday, and Saturday this week.
Why a dinner theater?
My first main stage play was a dinner theater. I performed on Golden Pond up in Pulaski, Tennessee. A bank had a nice dinner theater set up in the back, and I loved the idea. And for years, I've been looking for a place where we could do something like that here in Sylacauga, and Harvey's just turns out to be an ideal location for that.
Now we've got 12,000 or so people that live in Sylacauga, and you know, it's unusual for a town our size to host something like this.
It is, but you know, honestly, we're this show, we're actually putting survey cards on the table. You know, how was your experience? Constant improvement, and one of the questions we're asking is, how far did you come to see the show? We're seeing people coming from 150, 200 miles away to come to this show. And so
that's good for Sylacauga.
It's great. It's bringing people in. My wife said that next time on the survey we'll ask, are you staying overnight in a hotel and things like that, because arts does bring people in. People will travel for a great event, and this is a great event.
Tickets, although they're limited right now, $45, and that includes your meal.
It does. It does. And when you think about a date night, you know, when I take my wife out, you know, we're dropping a whole lot of money at dinner and then going to a movie and, you know, dropping a whole lot of money for popcorn. Here, everything's included, and you know that it's actually cheaper than going out for a night of bowling or going out for a dinner and a movie, because everything is right there included. You don't have to get up. You don't have to drive to Birmingham. You come in, you sit, you have your food and drink, and then you enjoy a great show.
Almost a sellout.
It is.
First two nights.
It is. We had maybe one seat available at a few tables in the audience, and so we could not be more pleased with the response.
All right. The Southern Dance and Performing Arts, what is this about?
Southern Dance and Performing Arts has been around for quite a while, and we've been teaching dance. We do tap, contemporary, I'm going to leave something out, I know, jazz, hip hop, ballet, point. And so right now you can go on to SDPAC.net, SDPAC.net, sign up for classes as your to be trained in dance or musical theater. We do musical theater training for ages 8 and up. This fall we are actually starting an adult theater training program on Monday nights, so that adults can come in and learn the craft like we've been teaching the students for years.
How popular is it with adults?
Well, it's first time we've tried, but we've got adults on stage for this show. Beauty and the Beast will have adults on stage. Big Fish coming up in the winter will have adults on stage. We're really trying to do a lot of mixed casting so that we're not leaving out age groups, and we can play larger shows and larger roles.
Kind of capsule Little Women. What's it about?
Little Women is the story of 4 girls growing up during the Civil War and immediately after. The play itself spans 5 years, and so we actually change actresses for Amy, the youngest daughter, because she grows up so much in the play. We needed 2 actors to show those age groups. But it is about the things that happened to them. Their father, their father is off as a chaplain in the Civil War, and it is about the lessons that they learned growing up to become young women coming out of being little girls. I love the themes. The book itself, every chapter, it seems, has a moral to it. And the writer of our script has really brought in all of those pieces into the show as well. So you really see a lot of education, a lot of the family just pulls together during those emergency times.
All right, now Tickets are available SDPAC.net. There's a telephone number you can call too.
There
right?
is. It's 256-245-1669. You can order tickets there. You can talk to them about the classes we've got coming up, SDPAC.net, or you can follow us on Facebook at Southern Dance and Performing Arts.
All right, let's look ahead.
Okay.
To the fall, Beauty and the Beast. When I mentioned that, your eyes just light up because that's something special for you. Eh?
Everybody loves musicals. Musicals are so much fun to put together. You have singing, you have dancing, you have acting. Not for every character. If you're sitting there thinking, I would like to be involved with that, but I can't sing, that's fine. There are roles that don't sing. There are roles that don't dance. There are roles that just have acting on the stage. There are backstage roles, costuming and set. It is a huge event. It is a huge undertaking, and it's going to require a lot more than 6 people backstage to make that show look good.
You have younger kids that you're kind of getting involved in this too?
Oh yes, for students who are involved in our musical theater program that starts at 8, they are eligible to audition for both of our musical shows this year, both Beauty and the Beast and Big Fish. For an open audition, you have to be 10 years old to audition, but we do have roles for those younger children as well as adults all the way through.
You gotta have a smile on your face when you think about kids that have started in the program and they've gotten older and older, and you see the successes in life.
There is a proud papa moment every night we go on stage. I was watching them this last weekend, and as a director, you remember all the things you've gone through to get you through that point. But when I was watching them on stage this last weekend, my heart was just melting because I'm seeing the development of these actors, and I'm seeing them do things that you just don't see in amateur theater very often. They have really dived into the characters. They know who those characters are, and they are feeling some of those emotions along with the characters, and you can see it on their faces. You can see it in the way they interact with each other, and it's really exciting to see when that happens. It's something you can coach and you can lead them to it, but it really takes the actor to say, I'm going to go all in and be this role, be this person for the audience. And I have no doubt that in the mind of our audience, when they think of Joe March or Beth March, they're going to think of our actresses who are on stage portraying them, even when they read the book in the future.
Wow. 3 more opportunities for Little Women. Tell us about it.
We are going to be performing the 15th, this Thursday, at the dinner begins at 6 p.m. and the show begins around 7. I'm going to make sure everybody gets finished eating and gets their coffee or any other drinks that they want to refresh on the table. We'll start around 7 p.m. It goes about 2 hours. We have a 15-minute intermission around the middle of the show, and it'll be Thursday night for that one person who maybe you've already bought a ticket and you say, I need to add somebody. You have an opportunity, but only one, to add somebody to your table. Also, Friday and Saturday, there are just a couple handfuls of tickets left, and we'll be sold out for the remainder of the run.
Bring your family.
Absolutely, yeah. It is good for the entire family. We have had kids in there who are watching the show and have actually absolutely been blown away with it. We have adults. There are moments. You laugh, you cry, you do everything. It's a great ride.
All right, get your tickets at sdpac.net. $45 all seats. Not a bad seat in the house. The Dinner Theater, Little Women, a dinner theater event. Directed by J. Patrick McDonald. And Patrick, we appreciate so much you coming. And
thank you so much
for having me. It's an honor to have you with us. And the guy, he's been all over promoting these events, and we're fortunate to have him with us this morning. Going to be at Harvey's on Noble, 280 North Anderson Avenue in Silicaga. And now, did you say the buffet starts at 6?
At 6.
Okay. And so you'll be out of there by 9:15, 9:30, and you'll be good to go, and you'll have a fantastic time. Little Women, a dinner theater event, Southern Dance and Performing Arts Company's production, and we look forward to that. Also, the coming fall and winter and spring events too. Patrick, thanks again for coming.
Thank you so much.
More Daybreak right after this.